The wait is finally over. The Knights of Favonius are officially adding a new heavy hitter to their ranks, and his name is Lohen. We've seen a lot of cryo DPS units in the past, from the relentless freeze of Ayaka to the nuke potential of Eula, but Lohen brings something entirely different to the table. He's an on-field polearm wielding powerhouse whose kit isn't just about raw numbers, it's about a rhythmic resource loop involving two new mechanics, Joy and Triumph. If you've been looking for a reason to dust off your off-field sub-DPS units, Lohen is that reason. Today we're diving deep into the leaks of his 6.6 kit, his insane signature weapon, and those game-breaking constellations to see if he's a must-pull or a must-skip for your account. Let's get into the meat of his combat identity. Lohen's entire playstyle revolves around his elemental skill. When you tap that skill, Lohen enters a unique state called stratagem. Now, here is the big selling point. While in stratagem, all of his normal charged and plunging attacks are converted into cryo damage, but this isn't your average infusion. The leaks confirm this conversion cannot be overridden. That means even if you're standing in Bennett's C6 circle or Candace's infusion, Lohen stays cryo. This makes him incredibly stable. The state lasts for a solid 12.5 seconds, which is a massive window for a main DPS. However, be careful with your rotations. If you swap Lohen out early, the state ends immediately. You are committed to him for the duration. But why do you want to stay on him? It's all about the resource loop. This is where Lohen gets intricate. To master him, you have to manage two bars. First, we have Joy. This is Lohen's personal resource. You generate Joy by simply attacking. A normal hit gives you 15 Joy, and a charged hit gives you 18. Once that bar hits 100, your elemental skill button transforms into an upgraded version. This isn't just a fancy animation, it deals massive screen-clearing cryo damage. But that's only half the story. The second resource is Triumph. Unlike Joy, Lohen cannot generate Triumph alone. This is generated by his teammates whenever they deal damage. Think about characters like Xingqiu, Yelan, or Nahida. Every time their off-field hits land, Lohen's Triumph grows. When you finally fire off that upgraded skill, it consumes both Joy and Triumph. The more Triumph you've gathered from your team, the harder that strike hits. It's a literal triumph of teamwork. Then we have the Burst. Lohen performs a series of rapid, forward-facing slashes, like his skill. This burst consumes all current Triumph to boost its final damage multiplier. But here's the pro tip. If you use the burst while you're already in the stratagem state, it actually extends the duration of your cryo infusion by about 1.5 seconds. This allows you to squeeze out one last rotation of empowered attacks before the buffs fall off. His passives further lean into this team synergy. His first passive actually rewards you for having cracked supports. If a teammate's damage is high enough relative to Lohen's base attack, they generate bonus Triumph. Basically, the stronger your Yelan is, the stronger Lohen becomes. His second passive is a reaction buff. If a teammate triggers a cryo reaction, melt, freeze, superconduct, both Lohen and that teammate get a 15% attack buff. It's constant, easy scaling. If you really want to see Lohen shine, his signature polearm is almost scary. It has a high base attack of 674 and a 22% crit rate. This is perfect because Lohen naturally scales with crit damage as he levels up, making a 1-2 ratio very easy to achieve. The weapon has a feedback loop passive. Using a skill buffs your normals, hitting normals buffs your skill and burst. It forces you into a perfect combat rhythm. But the real kicker is the hexarray mechanic. If your party has at least 2 hexarray units, this weapon's damage bonus jumps by 75%. We're talking about a total 70% damage boost across his entire kit. It is, without a doubt, one of the most impactful signature weapons we've seen in a long time. So, how should you pull? C0, he is a complete unit. He doesn't feel clunky without constellations, which is a big win. The weapon, if you have the primogems, go for the weapon over C1. The jump from a 4-star polearm to his signature is massive. C1 and C2, these are your gold standard vertical investments. C1 increases the Triumph cap and generation speed by 250%, turning his skill into a literal nuke. C2 adds a second instance of cryo damage and gives the team elemental mastery. C6, this is whale territory. It removes the need to consume Triumph entirely and gives him an 80% crit damage bonus. It's pure overkill. Important note, Lohen is following the standard banner path. He debuts in 6.6, but in 6.7 he moves to the standard pool. You could technically lose a 50-50 to him later. However, his weapon will not be standard. If you want him at his best, 6.6 is the time to strike. Lohen is a refreshing, high skill ceiling DPS who rewards you for building a great team, not just a great solo unit. If you love cryo cryo and teamwork-based mechanics, he is a definite must-pull. If this breakdown helped you plan your pulls, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. It's the best way to stay ahead of the meta and ensure you aren't wasting your resources. Let me know in the comments, are you going for C0, the weapon, or are you waiting to see if you win him on a 50-50 in 6.7? Thanks for watching, good luck on your warps, and I'll see you in the next one!